Hi YouTubers, I'm going to be doing the Book of Boba Fett trailer reaction. Now, I guess I wanted to do this one because, it felt very obvious and all, and I guess it's fine the way it is, so, I guess it does seem fair for me to do this one, seeing how I've done the Mandalorian season 1 and 2 trailer reactions, which it kind of does make a lot of sense for me to do this one, and I guess it's fine the way it is. So and I mean, me and Chamber's still doing school lunch YouTube videos, but in a new, different kind of way. And of course, you already know that if you've watched all. Of course, you would already know that now if you've watched all the trailer reaction YouTube videos that I've done. Like every single one of the trailer reaction YouTube videos that I've done. Well, technically not all of them because I don't talk about it all the time. But yeah, I guess it kind of does make sense. So I guess it does make sense. So yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's watch this.
I am not a bounty hunter. I've heard otherwise. I know that you sit on the throne of your former employer. Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
You were all once captains under Jabba the Hutt.
I'm here to make a proposal that's mutually beneficial. Why speak of conflict when cooperation can make us all rich?
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Please, speak freely.
Now, what did I think of the trailer? I actually thought it was a perfectly good trailer. Should I give it a 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10? Now, you already know what happens in the beginning, middle, and the end. Now, me and Shane were going to talk about, how me and Shane are doing, school lunch YouTube videos and probably and how we're trying to, and how we're working, and how we're on the rumor of, and how there's a rumor of me and Shane doing an upcoming Minecraft series. Now, that kind of is an upcoming that kind of is a rumor. I mean, if that rumor is true and if it's happening, which I guess it kind of is. So yeah. And I mean, I kind of wanted to do this one for a trailer reaction YouTube video because it felt very obvious. I mean, most of the trailer reaction YouTube videos either have a weird start or a weird end, which is actually both have a weird start and a weird end. Which kind of does make a lot of sense, and I mean, I kind of wanted to do this one, so, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them that I haven't done yet. I mean, maybe I could have done, like, one and then just kept the other one the way it was, so, yeah, there's a lot of that, in which case I guess kind of does make a lot of sense, so I guess I just keep it where it stands, and I already know what the next two are going to be. So yeah, so I guess that kind of just make a lot of sense. And I mean, I guess I wanted to kind of wanted to just keep it the way it stood, and yeah, I guess that kind of does make a lot of sense. So yeah, there's a lot of them that I haven't done yet, and I guess it just keeps the way I stand. So so I just keep it the way it stands, and I guess that's kind of just very obvious. So yeah. Yeah, I guess so. So, I mean, I kind of wanted to do this one because, it felt very great and, felt very obvious and all. And, yeah, I guess that kind of does make a lot of sense. I mean, maybe, I guess so. So, yeah. And, yeah, I guess it kind of does make a lot of sense. So, I guess I just keep it where it stands. And, yeah, I guess it kind of does make a lot of sense. So, yeah, I guess it kind of does. And I mean, it kind of does. So yeah, I guess it's good where it stands. And I mean, I'm probably gonna have to come up with another topic for the what would have happened if this were real life Brown Team RT gameplay series. In which case, I will. I do have one now. I do have one for next week's one. So yeah, you can. So yeah, you can wait until when that comes out and it's actually going to be very great and all. So yeah, I guess so. And I guess it kind of does make sense because I actually had a few couple of ideas for that, like just very obvious and all. And yeah, you kind of get my picture and all. So yeah. And I mean, yeah, so yeah, and I mean, it kind of does make a lot of sense, and maybe I guess I just keep it where it stands. So yeah, so I guess that kind of does make a lot of sense. So yeah, now I mean, I have done some of these Star Wars trailer movie and TV show trailer reactions, which kind of does make a lot of sense, and how I've done like a few couple of them, and it just felt very obvious. And there will probably be more later in the future. There will probably be more trailer reaction YouTube videos later in the future. Maybe even video reaction YouTube videos in the future as well. Yeah, maybe there will be some of that sometime later in the future. Well, yeah, if that ever happens, that is. Yeah. Now note that I'm not back for video gaming YouTube videos. Well, I mean, you're all like, oh, well, how come you aren't back for video gaming? How come you aren't back for like regular video gaming YouTube videos and not the how are you coming back to like the Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 video gaming YouTube videos and not like the regular video gaming YouTube videos like when I did the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and the Final Fantasy V1 remake. Now, I mean, it kind of does make a lot of sense. I mean, I do have my reasons. I mean, I told you, like I said before, in the Final Fantasy V1 remake YouTube video that I made 2 weeks ago, that I made it 1 week ago. It's just, like I said before on that one, I kind of had the storage problems, which kind of does make a lot of sense. So I'm still trying to figure all that out, and when I do, I guess everything will all be fine. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for today. Peace out. Bye bye.